What up, dogs? Today I'm on my free-to-play account, and as you can see, we're 10-1 the Super Witch Challenge. I lost one game because Supercell stole it because it's a diamond pass thing. If you don't have it, you get it stolen. But that's not what I want to talk about. Today we're going to annihilate some virgins in this tournament while I talk about the time I pranked my entire school. So, when I was in year 10, I went on a ski trip. Fuck it, we're just going to start with E-Giant in the back. I went on a ski trip with the rest of my class, and I had to stay in a dorm with about 6 other dudes, right? And the dorm was laid out like this. There was a bunk bed against the wall, against you guys. There was a bunk bed against this wall. And you know what? I should probably do something about this, otherwise I'm going to die. And so there were bunk beds there, and then there, and there. They were all like spaced out. It was like a square room of bunk beds, essentially, right? And I was on the bunk at the bottom. On one of the bunks at the bottom and facing the wall, okay? That's crucial to the story. And the next door was the girls' bunk, and then someone else's, or next room was the girls' room, and the next room was someone else's room, right? And that's crucial to the story as well. Unfortunately, despite my many requests, I was not put in the girls' room. So during the day, we would ski, and then during nighttime, we'd go back to these dorms. Now, I must have been really bored one evening because we got up to all types of shenanigans in our dorm, you know? And so what happened was we all lay down and we were about to go to sleep. It was nighttime, bedtime. Everyone was back in the dorm. Everyone had showered. And I was just, I don't even know how it started, but I think I was just leaning up against the wall and I noticed the walls are very hollow, right? Like you can hear them if you just knock on them. It sounds a bit weird when you knock on them because I must have like accidentally leant on one of them and it made like a knocking sound or whatever. And it sounded like it came from somewhere else. So what happened was I leant against my wall because I'm on the bottom bunk. And I made a sound that sounded like it came from the distance. And someone was like, oh, what was that? And then no one responded. I didn't respond because I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't talking to me. But then I realized that the sound sounds like it's from ages away. So then I tried it again. I did a little knock on the wall next to my bed. And then it sounded like it was from far away. It sounded like it was in the attic or who knows. It sounded like it was like in our room, but it was very, very loud. And so everyone was like, what was that? What was that noise? That was kind of creepy. And I didn't answer. So that's what happened at like, I think it was like 8 p.m. Or it must have been 9 p.m. at least, maybe even 10 p.m. And so I did that and everyone kind of freaked out. And then I waited like a few more minutes, right? I waited a few more minutes just so that I could knock again. And then when no one was expecting it, I did it again. And then I think someone like in the dorm jumped out of the bed. Okay, what was that? Because they were getting a bit freaked out. And then everyone was like, just relax, chill out. You can go back to your bed. And then, okay, is that it? Is that really the fight this guy put up? He literally just copied my E-Giant deck and he did nothing. Oh, let's go, 11 wins. And so this guy jumped out of his bed basically. And what happened was everyone was like, all right, just go back to your bed. Who cares? And so then I waited a bit more time and then I made a really loud one so that everyone would hear it. And so everyone kind of jumped out of their bed this time and they were like, okay, what was that? Everyone heard it this time. Yeah, there is something going on. Also, why would you play P.E.K.K.A. in a challenge with skeletons and bats everywhere? I mean, fair enough, but I actually can't support this. So kind of a good P.E.K.K.A. low key. The way I was doing it is it didn't sound like it was coming from me, but I'm pretty sure at one point someone did suspect it, but I had my head my hand underneath the blanket and I was just knocking on the wall like that to make the noise. And then, because people were getting a bit suspicious in my dorm, I kind of, wait, am I going to lose my tower here? Wait, this might actually end up being a bit of a sweat fest. I don't think I can activate King with that pig until it dies. There we go. Okay, we're fine. And so, I knocked on the wall again after that. And everyone was like starting to freak out at this point. They're like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from? And like the teachers were in the dorm across the corridor. I think we were just getting a bit scared at that point. So they were like, oh, we're going to get the teacher. Then I think someone said, no. Like it's probably nothing. They're probably doing some, I don't know, construction, but it was like late at night. So it didn't make any sense. Why would there be construction late at night and in our ski room dorm, right? And so we decided we would get everyone into the middle of the room so that no one could actually knock on the door or prove that no one was doing it, because I'm pretty sure at one point someone became suspicious of me, but I managed to brush it off saying, bro, I'm not even like, I'm on my phone. I'm not even like near the wall or whatever, even though I was, and I was the one doing it the whole time. And so everyone stood kind of like near the middle of the room or on the edge of their bed at least. And I remember I was at the edge of my bed and it pretty much, this was like Among Us, man. It pretty much, okay, how is this guy actually getting damage right here? It pretty much proved that I was not a suspect when that happened, because what happened was the people who were really suspicious went into the middle of the room, and then I just went on the edge of my bed. But I have quite long arms, as you know, I'm a 6'8" Giga Chad, right? And so I just like slipped my arm under the quilt, and I barely could touch the wall with my knuckles. So I knocked on it one more time, and then everyone started freaking out, because it sounded like it was in this room. It was like like that within the room, but it looked like none of us had done it. So everyone was kind of freaking out. And then so what happened was the girls in the dormitory next door started hearing it. So they came out and they started asking it, is that you guys doing the knocking? Hang on, I actually need to win this game. There's like 20 seconds left. And the fucking OP witch is like, impossible. Wait, get to the Tower Golden Knight. No, it's not going to get there, is it? Okay, wait, I actually need to try and... What can I do? I got 15 seconds left. Oh, there's not enough time. Wait, maybe there is. Come on, maybe if I get this down... And then I go with this. Oh, wait. He's going for the 3 crown. Hang on. Can I actually defend? So anyway, the girls came out of their dorm at this point and they were like, is that you guys making the knocking? Because it was very loud. And so at this point, I was like, oh, maybe I should just stop. Like, this is getting kind of serious. But then we were like, no. And so the girls went back into their dorm. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I can't let anyone know it's me now because it's getting kind of serious. And so I just kept the trolling. I did it like again a little bit later. And then everyone started kind of freaking out a bit. So eventually one of the teachers came into our room because someone must have told one of the teachers. So the teacher came into our room. And while the teacher was in the room for the first time, I was like, okay, I don't want to actually get in trouble because I could get actually into real trouble for keeping everyone up and wasting the teacher's time and stuff. And so, wow, is this going to be the easiest 12 win of my life? And so, okay, there we go. He's finally defending. And so I remember I didn't do anything when the teacher was in the room. But then the teacher left the room and I did it again because I just wanted to keep trolling, right? And so the teacher came back in the room. Someone in our dorm demanded that the teacher came back in the room. And this time when the teacher came back in the room, I did it again. I slipped my arm under and I did it where no one could see me. And they could not tell where it came from and they started freaking out a bit. And then I'm pretty sure they said, okay, just ignore it, right? And so then after that, I just kept doing it and at random times. And one of the people in my dorm were just like freaking out. And I never told them, like the guy who was freaking out, that it was me the whole time, but he was losing it. And everyone in the dorm was kind of freaking out the whole night. And some people couldn't sleep. And yeah, I'm basically a horrible human being. But no, it was funny for us. It was like jokingly funny. And then I think I only told like 2 of my friends. And yeah, that was it. That was basically the story of how I like literally just, I don't know. It was called The Knocking. And to this day, unless they watch this video, they will not know who did it because it was very creepy. But yeah, that was the story. I mean, now that I think about it, it has kind of a lame ending, but you know, it is what it is. It was an epic, sick gamer prank and it worked. So yeah, that was my prank of how I trolled my class without them knowing it was me, and they thought it was ghosts or some kind of pedophile. I remember some of the outcries of what it could be were outrageous. Like I don't even know, but yeah, that's what I remember, my dog. So if you enjoyed that, subscribe, I guess. Yeah.